Have you ever been awakened by a sound that didn't belong? Not thunder, not the settling of an old house, not a dream fading into morning, just knock. 3 o'clock in the morning, the hour when your imagination insists someone is standing outside, and your common sense begs you not to look. Most people tell themselves it's nothing. The wind, old pipes, a branch brushing against the siding. Anything except the truth. Because once you believe someone is really there, you have a decision to make. Do you stay in bed, pretending you never heard it? Or do you answer? Curiosity has always been humanity's greatest strength and its greatest weakness. It built civilizations. It crossed oceans. It unlocked the secrets of the stars. It also opened doors that should have remained closed forever. Tonight's story isn't about monsters hiding under your bed. It's about something much worse. A polite knock, a patient visitor, and a choice that can never be undone. So, before we begin, I'd like you to do something for me. If someone knocked on your front door tonight, at exactly 3 o'clock in the morning, would you answer? Think carefully. Because after tonight, you may never hear another late-night knock the same way again. This is the 3 o'clock knock.
For years, Charlie Vogel woke up at exactly 3 a.m., never a minute before or after. The knock always came once, not loud, not soft, just certain, measured, as though the knocker knew he was listening. Bleary-eyed and shivering, he'd shuffle to the door, heart rattling in its cage. His hand would hover over the knob, cold sweat trickling down his neck. And every night, without fail, he'd stop, senses screaming, breath held, as his eyes scanned the shadows curling through his living room. And somehow, he would always drift back to sleep without ever turning the knob. It happened every night for 28 years. Finally, out of desperation, he visited a psychologist, an old man with tired eyes who thumbed a cracked rosary beneath his desk. The doctor spoke in a quiet voice. "Open it," he said. "Next time it knocks, open it. That's the only way to stop it." Charlie went home feeling sick. That night he lay awake watching the glowing digits of his bedside clock crawl toward 3 o'clock. 2:59, 3 o'clock. Knock. He rose. He had never fallen asleep. Now he was certain the knock was not a dream. His feet felt numb as he crossed the room. The air was heavy, thick with something ancient. The knob was colder than usual, almost pulsing. He could feel something on the other side, waiting, expectant. He told himself it would be fine. It had to be. He was doing what the doctor said. He turned the knob. The door creaked open. A little old lady stood hunched on the porch, wrapped in a thin shawl that moved though there was no wind. Her skin was ashen, her back twisted, her eyes black and bottomless. She smiled, a too wide, too wet smile. "Thank you," she croaked, stepping over the threshold. Charlie stumbled back. Who are you?" 28 years, she coughed. 28 years I have waited for that door to open. And for 28 years you have kept me a prisoner, a chance to see the light. But you have kept me in the dark." She smiled again. Her teeth were long and yellow, worn from age. "Intent is louder than words. Curiosity opens more doors than keys ever could." Charlie's heart hammered in his chest. He tried to slam the door, but the woman stepped forward, jamming her rigid old shoe into the opening. "Please, what do you want?" Charlie shouted, pressing against the door with all his weight. The old woman smiled, a broken-toothed smile for what seemed like ages. Charlie stared at her jaw as if he were staring at a hungry lion at the zoo, speechless. And then, suddenly, she removed her foot and stepped backward, outside the house. Charlie seized the moment. With a frantic shove, he slammed the door shut, throwing all his weight behind it. He let out a long, shaking sigh of relief and turned, leaning against the door. And when his eyes adjusted, he realized he was now on the outside of the house, staring out into blackness. No trees, no sidewalk, no driveway. This couldn't be. "Your turn," she whispered softly through the door. 28 years I knocked. Now you knock. Until someone answers. Or you forget your name. So now, each night, Charlie knocks on the door. He won't know whose door, but he will wait in the darkness until someone, anyone, answers. Knock,